DOD or Pentagon has cannot account for $890 billion. Okay, it's failed. It's another audit. This is the 7th audit in a row that it has failed. So listen to Maria from Fox Business speak to Congresswoman Nancy Mace, and she gets a little heated. Watch.
The Pentagon, meanwhile, failing its 7th audit in a row, Congresswoman. They're unable to account for nearly $830 billion budget. I mean, let me just say that again. They are unable to account for an $830 billion budget. This is insanity.
Right. Well, the Pentagon has never actually passed an audit. Can you imagine the average American when the IRS comes in and they fail audit after audit? They'd face massive fines or charges from the IRS. And, you know, they need to be accounted for, every single dollar, every penny.
And do you think that's going to change? I mean, I mean, Pete Hegseth coming into the Department of Defense could obviously represent real change here. But what's the problem? Why can't they pass an audit?
The problem. Well, the problem is no one's ever held accountable. No one's ever fired when they can't find the money or when there's massive fraud or waste. These bureaucrats have been running the country for decades, and it's not working. And so Donald Trump, I see, he's not a threat to democracy. He is absolutely a threat to the bureaucracy that's been in D.C. for decades. And this can't come fast enough. This should be a use it or lose it type of theme when the new administration and these disruptors come in. There's so much that we can change and be far more efficient. We shouldn't be spending millions of dollars in Russia, for example, to train cats on treadmills. That's the kind of thing your U.S. tax dollars has been paying for, including puppy parts and wet markets in China. We don't need to be doing that. There's so much waste across the board.
It's unbelievable. But I mean, look, I'm sorry, but you and your colleagues are the stewards of this, right? You're supposed to be representing the people. So what? It's gone off the rails. If we've got all of this money that's being appropriated and it's actually nonsense.
I agree with you, Maria, which is why I always vote against these spending bills, the massive omnibuses and continuing resolutions that continue the drunken spending for years. I voted against every single measure because I'm not going to go along to play along. I don't have friends in Washington. I'm not there to make friends. I'm there to work for the American people.
Okay. Well, we're going to be watching your work because something's got to give here. We can't keep saying, well, we can't find the money. Oh, we wasted more money. It's outrageous. Right. And the good news is that the American people are now onto it.
How much did Biden say we can line our pockets with?
There you go. And he's scrambling to get Ukraine the last $7 billion before he leaves office. He's scrambling because it was Congress allocated it, and he's scrambling to get them the money. Freaking ridiculous. And this meltdown, I think, is what everybody feels.
It's all right. It's all right. I feel that way too. It's all right. We feel that way together, okay? Let it out. Let it out. Everybody wants to show the happy side. I'm mad as hell today! But because I have responsibilities, I'm gonna do these freaking dishes. Ooh.
Let me just say this. We have been dealing with these Democrat bullcrap for years.
Sorry, my shirt's on backwards. That's how tired I am. I knew it.
She's so tired that she's going to change her shirt right on live television. Okay. This is great.